Yeah, good evening, viewers from all over the world. This is Okumbo Phyllis Hyacinth, the snail farmer, the snail expert, the snail enthusiast, the snail ligodomigodo. What I have here is giant African snail called Achatina marginata. You can see how happy it is. Oh, you can see how happy it is. Look at the lips, so big. This is about a year old. It's my pet. It's one of my experimental snails. I need to tell you about snail farming. Snail farming is very lucrative. You can keep snails, you can train snails as pets and sell to pet shops, sell to people, expatriates that keep it as pets. Like this one is a very beautiful species, like this. This is you can see it. It's very beautiful. This Achatina marginata, the biggest of all the three species of giant African snail. We have Achatina marginata, which is this one. We have Achatina, then we have the Achatina fulica. But tonight I'm going to tell you about Marginata. Marginata is a hermaphrodite, just like any other snails. What I mean that when two Marginatas meet, both of them will get pregnant and both of them will lay eggs. So they have both female and sex organs. So, and one copulation can result to several laying all year round. They don't lay much of eggs, but they lay big eggs of about 40 eggs, 40 to 50 eggs in a year, in clutches of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sometimes 20. It can be crazy. You understand? And they hatch almost 100%. Let's say 90% hatch if well incubated. So what I'm trying to tell you is that snail is a lucrative business. It's a lucrative farming. One is the most lucrative. It's very tolerant. I'm speaking to you from Abuja, a temperate region. But when you look at this snail, you can hardly know that it's living in Abuja. See how happy it is. Because I provide the best climate. They love humidity and they don't like heat, much as they don't like cold. They don't like extreme weather. They like the kind of weather that you and I love. You and I, our body love. You don't, and they can survive where we can survive. That's it. When the weather is extreme, they will hibernate until the weather becomes friendly. When the weather is unfriendly, they will hibernate until the weather becomes friendly. hibernate, they will seal the amount with their slime. They'll seal it so that they don't lose water, and they can survive for up to 3 years underground in hibernation. They can hibernate for up to 3 years without food, as long as the amount is sealed and there is no extreme heat, and they can hide in a humid place. They can be there for donkey years, for 3 years, for 3 good years. But what happens is that they stop growing, they stop laying, they stop feeding, they stop drinking water, they stop moving, they just stay there. They ain't going nowhere. It's just like any other snails. These African giants. See, it's very happy. They feed on varieties of food. They feed on vegetables, they feed on fruits, they feed on formulated feeds, they feed on tubers, they feed on varieties of foods that you and I eat. But what they don't tolerate is those spicy food that contains salt or harsh spices, because they are very tender, and they don't easily catch disease because their slime help them. There's a secretion in the slime that help them to overcome any form of disease. See them crawl on any surface, they can eat any rubbish and they won't die. The only problem they have is if you keep them in one particular spot without rubbish, they don't like it. Sometimes they will hibernate, and they can also catch disease and die, but it's very, very rare. So what kills them most is unfavorable condition, either extreme heat or extreme cold. And when they don't have any opportunity, any space or hidden place to run into and hibernate, they die. You can make a lot of money from snail farming. You can export snails. The shells are very useful. You get calcium for the shell, very high in calcium. And the slime is used by cosmetic people. All this is used for cosmetics and medicine. It's very high in medicinal value. The slime can heal broken skins. That's why they are used to produce cosmetics for stretch marks and what have you. Also, the slime is, some people drink it to calm down high blood pressure and to heal up ulcer in the body. But it has to be really purified. It has to go through a lot of purification, because I don't advocate for those who don't break it and drink it raw. You have to purify it, and the best way to purify it is to keep them in a clean environment. Don't feed them, just give them water for some days. Just be sprinkling their water for some days, and they release their poo, the waste. And they release their waste, you wash them off. They stay there for after they have released all the waste in their system, and they are like kind of free of any kind of matter for some days. they sprinkle the water, then go through kind of a washing, nothing added to the water, pure water. That is better is stream water, not not pipe borne water, as in chlorinated water. You understand? You don't use that. You like stream water without any form of additive or preservative or puritans. You understand? So you keep them for some days in a very neat. You can use a basket. A basket. You can see these baskets. You use the bigger basket. Put them in the bigger basket and hang them on top of maybe two planks under, and cover the basket. Put something on top, and be spraying them water constantly, bathing them constantly in intervals for some days, so they wash off their poo and all those stuff that they must have picked up. Then you can be sure of a pure swine after some days, like 4 days, 5 days, So you and if you don't have the machine for taking out the slime, it means that you have to break. And breaking means you are destroying them, you are killing them. That is the only way you can take out the slime without a machine. But there are machines that kind of vibrators that they use to bring out slime. If you have that kind of machine, you don't need to keep them for some days to remove diseases or whatever. When you extract, it has its own filters that you can filter it. You understand? And there is a way it's being purified. I can't go into that right now, but basically, snail is purely protein, no fats, zero fat, zero cholesterol, the purest meat ever, the healthiest meat for all ages, high in protein, high in healthy protein. You can't beat that. And you will smile to the bank training snails. This is Achatina marginata, the giant African snail, commonly found in my country, Nigeria. For more details, follow us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. My name is Comrade Okumbo Finis Hyacinth. Once again, thank you and good night all.